everyone, welcome on back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a video talking about healthy hair. I feel like I get many comments talking about my hair growth so far because I'm almost 2.5 years. I'm not quite there yet, but almost. And I have to say myself, on this natural hair journey that I had with my locks, my hair has been growing exceptionally fast. And if you're not new to my channel, in the past I've said I've been natural since 2011, so this is not my first natural hair journey. This is actually my second one, and I've been natural since then. But I felt like when I was a loose natural, my hair wasn't growing that fast that I remember. So I'm going to go through the things that I believe have helped me grow healthy hair, the changes I've been going through, and I'm also going to go through the things that I believe that are contributing to my rapid hair growth. So, of course, this is just what works for me. Of course, different strokes for different folks, so this may or may not work for others, but I'm just going to let you know the things that I believe have worked for my hair journey. So first things first is probably maybe the obvious. There's no miracle drops. There's no miracle pill you could take to instantly rapidly grow your hair. It may aid and help in the process, but to actually grow healthy hair, it starts from the inside out. What is your diet? What are you consuming to feed the hair that is growing out of your scalp? So we all know that hair is protein, it is keratin. So you probably need to consume a lot of protein. And I feel like ever since I became plant-based, that is when I started to notice the rapid change in my overall health, of course, but also the rapid change in my hair. And that is because I consume a lot of beans, grains, nuts, things of those sorts, since I don't eat meat. And of course, if you are a meat eater, of course you need your fish and things like that to give you protein, and the meats, of course. But for me, being plant-based, I mainly focus on the beans, the grains, and the nuts. So I've been consuming a lot of those, and I think that's where my healthy hair is starting to grow from, because I'm starting to take care of my body more, my health, and my diet. I would have to say it can't just be diet per se. And diet isn't necessarily a good word to use, I want to say, because it needs to be an actual lifestyle. So I'm not perfect. I try to be vegan. I strive to be vegan. That is my ultimate goal. So I've been on and off trying to be that. So that's why I say I'm basically plant-based right now, or vegetarian if you want to call it. But, changing the way you eat and making it a lifestyle is important, because if you do it as a diet, as you do it as something that's temporary, that you're just trying to get a quick fix, it's not going to stick. So, I feel like me changing my diet and starting to be more healthy about what I'm putting in my body has helped my hair grow exceedingly fast. And of course, if we're going to talk about food that you consume is important to growing healthy hair, we also got to talk about you hydrating yourself and your hair. And water is so important. And I know people get tired of people saying that, like, you have to consume water, you have to consume water. But to be honest with you, you have to consume water. And that is the main source of hydration I want to say, because I really don't drink anything else. I don't necessarily buy anything else for myself to drink. Of course, I have children. I have 2 children, so they do drink juice and things of that sort. But for me, mainly, I only consume water. Now, that's not to say that I don't treat myself. That's not to say that I don't consume other beverages. I do, but it's very limited to when I consume those beverages. And I would have to say it's like once in a blue moon. If I'm going out, maybe I'll consume some juice. Maybe if it's a special occasion, I'm at a party, I'll consume something besides water. But I do it that way so it's not like I'm completely depriving myself of the things I like, but I'm also making sure I'm consuming water the majority of the time, drinking it throughout the day, because it has to be a constant thing that you're consuming, and it has to be kind of in your routine, I want to say. you know if you're not someone who likes water, you could put lemon in it. I do that sometimes. Lemon or lime are my favorite things to add to my water, so I'm consuming it just in case I get bored of the taste. But I've actually become very fond of water, and it's not something I have a hard time consuming now. I used to in the beginning when I was trying to transition from sodas, juices, and things like that. In the beginning of these lifestyle changes, I want to say it's not easy, and you're going to have to do it piece by piece. So you're going to have to start letting go of one item, let go of the juice maybe, or only consume juice once a week, or you kind of have to do it that way. The same with when I changed the way I was eating. To stop consuming meat, it didn't happen overnight. I stopped eating chicken at one point. I stopped eating beef at one point. I just kept dropping off certain groups of certain food items one by one until I was at the last one that was probably my favorite. And then I just slowly let that one go also. So that's kind of how I've gotten so used to drinking water daily and throughout the day. And I have to say it's made a huge difference in my hair. My hair is moisturized more, it's thriving, and of course you see I'm color treated, so of course I need the moisture more than ever, because my hair is actually damaged since I've colored it. But to keep it as healthy as possible, you have to consume the water. There's just no way of getting around it. So, like I said, healthy hair, I believe, definitely starts from the inside out. Definitely with the lifestyle and the way you're eating and what you're drinking and consuming. But also, I believe healthy hair also has to begin with you hydrating your hair. And of course, hydrating from the inside is important, but I also believe that hydrating from the outside is important too. Not only do I consume a lot of water, but I do get my hair wet daily. And I know that can be a problem for some people, and nobody wants to deal with wet hair. Some people don't, and some people definitely don't want to deal with wet locks. So to each his own, but for me, I've noticed an immediate difference in my hair from getting it wet daily. It does help with the locking process, in my opinion, and it also helps with keeping your hair hydrated. So of course I started this at the beginning of my journey when I had started Locs, is when I tried it out, and I actually loved it, and I've been doing it since. And not to say that I'm in the shower every day under the shower head drenching my hair. No, I'm not, but that does sometimes happen if I feel like it. But I do allow the water that's in the air, the water that trickles, from the shower head onto my hair, I let it happen. And so yes, it does mean that when I get out the shower, my hair is damp. And that means, yes, you have to probably dry it before you go to bed and all that types of stuff. But I don't, use a blow dry or anything. I let my hair air dry. So I do that a lot. And the only time I don't do it is if I'm trying to preserve my retwists. But if I'm at the point in the month where I don't care about my retwist lasting. It's already gave me the week and a half that I know that it's capable of giving me. I just decide to, mist my hair in the shower. Once I'm out of the shower, I do add oils to my hair, so that does actually seal in the moisture daily. Another important thing I believe that's contributed to my hair growth is scalp care. And that's another thing that people like to go back and forth on, who's right, who's wrong to how you care for your scalp. But for me, I am a bi-weekly washer, so I wash my hair twice a month. And I also like to stimulate my scalp. Now, I made a video dedicated to the benefits of stimulating your scalp. I will try to link it above in the cards. But I do use essential oils, and I love to use them in my carrier oils, like my Jamaican black castor oil and things like that, to help stimulate my scalp. Now, I do suffer from eczema, and on my journey, I've had problems with my eczema flaring up in my scalp, causing itchiness and flaking. And I've noticed that when I use peppermint and tea tree oil, that it has definitely calmed that down significantly. So not only does it help with my eczema, it also helps my hair growth, because it's constantly giving me that tingling sensation and stimulating my scalp at the same time. So not only do I use it in my oils, I also use it in my shampoo. I do use a peppermint shampoo, and I also have used a tea tree shampoo. So I am all for essential oils and using them in my routine to care for my scalp. And a clean scalp is a healthy scalp. I believe that to the core because how can you grow healthy hair if your scalp isn't clean? It needs a clean environment to grow. I feel like hair is like a plant. You need to nurture, care for it, give it good soil, that type of deal, water it, and it will grow the way you need it to grow. And it may even shock you and grow faster than you've expected. And I feel like that is definitely what's happening on my journey. Also, when applying these oils to my scalp, I do love to do scalp massages. So I do give myself scalp massages, and that is just another way of stimulating the blood vessels in your scalp, helping with hair growth, helping to get those follicles going. So I do love to incorporate massages also with moisturizing and stimulating my scalp with oils. And the last thing I would say that probably has helped my hair grow and be healthy is protecting it. And I protect my hair by wearing a bonnet at night. And am I perfect and I wear it every night? No. But the majority of the time, I am consciously making an effort to put my bonnet on and wear it to bed. I know I've talked about lint in the past and how I've had trouble with lint. So this is also an added protection from that also, by covering your hair with a bonnet, or even head wraps help too if you're, someone who likes to wear head wraps, hats, things of that sort, just as long as you're covering your hair in some type of way to protect it, against the elements, because there's so many things in the air. There's so many things that can get attached to your hair, that can dry out your hair. So you definitely want to be aware of that and make sure you're protecting it as much as possible. If you're not a bonnet person, I would say try a satin pillowcase if you're just not with the bonnet life, because bonnets can sometimes be hot and they just fall off sometimes. There's whole big deals with bonnets. Even scarves can help, a satin scarf if you're just not a bonnet person either. But some way of protecting your hair will help, in my opinion. Also, I feel like another way of protecting your hair is just to let it be. Leave it alone as much as you can. Now, I am not the best at leaving my hair alone. I like to be in my hair. I like to style my hair. I like to do a lot with my hair. But I do notice the times when I leave my hair alone, it thrives the most. It locks faster. It's in its own element, and you let it do what it wants to do. You're not in it trying to get it to be in a retwist. You're not trying to get it to be in a style. It's just left alone to grow the way it wants to grow. And your hair actually thrives the most in that state when you're just leaving it alone, letting it be, and letting it do its own thing. That is pretty much it for the things that I believe have helped me grow my healthy hair. So I hope some of these tips helped. I hope some of them inspire you to figure out what's best for your hair and your hair journey and what can help your hair grow better. Of course, everybody is different. So like I said before, different strokes for different folks. This may not work for everybody, but I definitely believe it's made a difference in my hair journey, and I believe it's made a difference in the hair that is growing from my scalp today. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I thank you all for watching. Take care. Bye, guys.